Live 5 News starts now with breaking news.
And that breaking news coming out of West Ashley, where lots of police officers are on the scene of a reported bank robbery. Now, this is happening at the Crestcom Bank on Orleans Road here in West Ashley. Police say this happened just after 4 o'clock this afternoon. They tell our reporter on the scene they are looking for a woman as the suspect in this reported bank robbery. We will make sure to update you on air and online as we get more information. Right now, Democratic presidential hopefuls are getting ready to take the debate stage right here in Charleston. And we have team coverage this afternoon of tonight's big showdown. Rob Way, Paola Tristan Arruda, and Bill Sharp all downtown right now in and around the Gilliard Center. We're going to start with Bill Sharp. Bill, this is a big night as the primary election closes in.
And it's happening in just 3 hours from now. 7 candidates will take the stage. And by the way, I had a chance to go and do some rehearsing yesterday on the stage. It is beautiful. You will see that tonight coming up at 8 o'clock here on CBS and Live 5. And 3 things to look out for tonight. First of all, Joe Biden desperately needs to win this South Carolina primary. That's in 4 days when you actually vote. How will he do tonight in the big debate? Watch Joe Biden. Secondly, Bernie Sanders is the perceived leader. Will all the other candidates jump on him together? Will they attack him because he's in the lead? We'll find out tonight. The third thing I want you to look out for is Tom Steyer. How will he do? He's come from nowhere to be in 3rd position in South Carolina, according to the latest polls. Watch Tom. Now, we're in the media center here. This is a crazy place, and I want you to see what I have been seeing all day. Rob Way is going to walk and talk at the same time, which is tough for me, and give you an idea of what we're seeing behind the scenes. Rob?
Well, obviously, you can see the Gilliard Center looks a lot different than you and I both know. And as you can see, we have folks from all over the country here. Take a look behind me, and you're going to get a sense of the national media that's here, as well as local media from all over the Carolinas and beyond, obviously, all for this huge debate. And, of course, you can see CBSN is streaming here. Now, that's the streaming service that's going to be able to carry this debate all the way through. Now, the stage inside where the candidates are set to go took a month to set up. 16 cameras have been brought in with almost 650 lights. And of course, those candidates will be taking the stage in just a couple hours. Some of your questions might be answered too. Until noon today, voters across the state and country had a chance to tweet in their questions with the hashtag #DemDebate. So overall, a very excited atmosphere here. And as I said, we had folks from all over the country here, but we also have some local folks here. I talked with State Representative David Mack ahead of today's debate. Now, he is a Joe Biden supporter, but talks about why South Carolina is so important in the Democratic primary process.
It's a spot in which it reflects diversity. And we've heard that term time and time again, but that's what the country is all about, diversity. Who can bring, especially with now who's in the White House, who can bring our country together, get us there and get us on an international stage working much better. So that's why I think Charleston and South Carolina means so much, our diversity.
My photographer Jackson and I are going to be roaming around what they're calling the spin room. That's what we're in right now, trying to find all the folks that are here, who they're supporting, the significant things they see in tonight's debate. So it's certainly going to be a lot of fun, and we are just looking forward to bringing you all the coverage from here. Bill.
Thanks so much. Now, you know that whenever Democrats are having a big event like tonight's big Democratic debate among the candidates, Republicans like to fight back. They did so today in a different way. Attorneys general from around the country met just up the road from the Gilliard Center where tonight's debate will be held. Alexis Simmons has more on that.
Three attorneys general, including the one from South Carolina, talked about the upcoming presidential election and what they believe is at stake. The event was hosted by the Republican Attorneys General Association. South Carolina's Attorney General Alan Wilson was joined by attorneys general from Georgia and Arkansas. They came together in downtown Charleston to talk about what they call, quote, the Democrats' lawless liberal agenda ahead of the Democratic presidential primary debate tonight. They weighed in on topics regarding impeachment, abortion, and Democratic candidate campaigns. They believe there's a lot at stake as they advocated for Republican values and showed support for President Donald Trump. I asked Wilson what his message is for voters ahead of the South Carolina primary on Saturday.
So I'm asking my Democratic friends, I don't really know of a good candidate that y'all have, I'm being honest with myself, but I do know this. Do everything you can to pull your party back to the center, to try to stay in the reasonable lane.
I also talked with the chair of the Charleston County Democrats. Coming up on Live 5 News at 6, hear her response and more from this panel discussion. I'm in downtown Charleston. Alexis Simmons, Live 5 News.
All right, Alexis, thanks so much. What's the atmosphere like outside the Gilliard Center? I'm inside right now. And what about those road closures, and what about the traffic downtown? Paola Tristan Arruda will be live with a report on that coming up at 5:30. So that's the way it looks right now inside the Gilliard Center where I am, Ann. I'll throw it back to you in that nice, comfy studio.
All right, thanks, Bill. We're actually going to head outside right now for a look, and it's very cloudy out there for Debate Tuesday. We've got some chances of rain as well. Chief Meteorologist Bill Walsh joining me now. We've got all of these guests in town from all over the nation and the world.
Exactly.
Not the best weather, though.
Not the best weather. I mean, it's warm. That's good news.
Yeah.
A couple of spotty showers. It's going to be kind of on again, off again, rain at least through Thursday. But for primary day Saturday, it actually looks pretty good.
Very
so that's
good.
News.
Nice.
Let us show them the big radar picture. Bill Blake, there it is, our director this afternoon. You can see we've got a lot of rain offshore. The deep, deep moisture is really pushed to the south and east. That heavy rain that I told you about late last night at 11 o'clock to expect in the morning. Joey was tracking through the morning and lunchtime, continues to push well off to the east. Danielle and I have been kind of watching these showers just out to our west. There are a few out there, so don't rule out a few raindrops here and there. But for the most part, we're looking at just a lot of clouds out there. Live pictures, matter of fact. You can see up in North Charleston, mostly cloudy skies with a temperature now at 63 degrees. And again, as we go hour by hour, temperatures are going to stay pretty much mild and muggy. 62 at 7 o'clock, 61 at 9 o'clock, and 11 o'clock low 60s, and still a few showers around. Now, coming up for us right here in just a few minutes, the next big weather thing, once we get through the rain and the warm, it's going to be the next cold snap. More on that in just a few. What about that drive home? We are watching that as well. How are we doing, Danielle Prince?
Well, we do have some incidents to give you guys the first alert to. A stalled vehicle right now out on 526 just near the Daniel Island Clements Ferry Road exit. Right now on 526, things are moving smoothly, but I am noticing some bumper-to-bumper traffic out on Clements Ferry Road headed to the Wando area. So allow some extra time there. We also did have one crash reported in Goose Creek. However, that just cleared, so that is good news there. But as we make our way on over to the merge, 526 getting onto I-26 westbound, you can see some bumper-to-bumper traffic there right now. Nothing out of the ordinary, but as we move on over here to Brownswood Road, Murraywood Road, we do have a crash reported right at that intersection, so that could be slowing traffic down through that area. So if you are headed out on our interstates right now, things moving smoothly out on I-26 eastbound, about an 18-minute commute from Somerville to the downtown area, right around 24 minutes to get back the other way out on I-26 westbound. So headed to downtown to Somerville, average speeds right now just around 50 miles per hour. And if you are headed out on 526 eastbound side, looks great. As you can see, though, those drive times are now climbing about a half hour to get from Mount Pleasant to West Ashley. Drive safely.
A former North Charleston police officer accused of tipping off a criminal informant is out of jail this afternoon. State Law Enforcement Division agents arrested 33-year-old Brett Bull this morning. SLED says Bull, a narcotics detective, sent text messages to a known criminal confidential informant about an ongoing and future drug operation. That was back in November. According to court papers, that operation was being led by the Charleston County Sheriff's Metro Narcotics Unit. Now, affidavits state that Bull told the informant when that operation would be going down and told him to stay away. SLED agents say they discovered the text messages when they arrested the informant back in December. This morning, a judge gave Bull a PR bond, which means he did not have to pay any money to get out of jail. The North Charleston Police Department fired him last week. We now know the name of a motorcycle driver killed in a crash. The Dorchester County coroner says 34-year-old John Gornick died on Sunday. The Highway Patrol says that crash happened just after 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. State troopers say Gornick ran a red light on Highway 78. They say that's when a car traveling on Highway 15 hit him. Troopers say Gornick was not wearing a helmet. They do not expect any charges to be filed in this case.
We're live outside the Gilliard Center. What to expect in terms of traffic in the downtown area coming up.
Plus a message from members of the Democratic Party not running for president to the candidates when it comes to abortion.